Outlaw wrestling fans. I am longtime independent wrestling fan Robert. Outlaw Wrestling had an event at St. Camillus in Rockaway Beach, or close to Rockaway Beach, and for those who were there, I'm sure they enjoyed it. And even though the crowd wasn't too big, here are the results. We started opening contest with the shot caller Pedro Donis taking on Sage Chance, one half of the Slime Balls. Donis worked on Chance's arm throughout the mat, eventually hits an old move that nobody uses anymore, shoulder breaker. Donis is on top, but Chance takes hold of Donis's arms and rolls him up for a 3 count and gets the victory. Next matchup, we saw the other half of, Pedro Donis' partner in the administration, Damian Adams, go one-on-one with the Man Bun Jesus, accompanied the ring by one groovy grizzly. And I forgot how this one ended, but Man Bun Jesus defeated Damian Adams to get the win. Next up, we saw Encore Moore take on the notorious 187 Homicide in a very good contest, and Homicide was victorious over Encore Moore, and Encore Moore continues to impress, and he's going to be something as time goes on. Now, our next matchup, we see Ray Jazz, accompanied to the ring by Orion Dove, do battle with Scotty Too Hottie. At one point, Orion Dove said to me, "Where's your megaphone?" Well, due to the fact the crowd wasn't so big, I didn't take the megaphone out of my bag. Scotty Too Hottie eventually defeats Ray Jazz to pick up the victory, and he invited a kid into the ring and to do the worm, and and even at one point, I think Scotty said to him, "When I was at the height of my career, I don't think you were born yet." Definitely a great moment there. And at that point, they did go to intermission. We resume the action with the reinforcer, Andrew Anderson, defeated, I apologize, could not hear ring announcer Pat of the Boulevard Bullies introduce the guy. I mean, he did introduce the guy, but I couldn't hear who it was. But Andrew Anderson defeated his opponent. Next up, we had tag team action as the combination of Salvatore Savelli and Smiley, who came to the ring to Smash Mouth's All-Star, did battle with Seth and Micah Cortez, the Audacity. Pretty good matchup here, and Audacity picked up the victory when they hit Savelli with a Doomsday Missile drop kick and got the 3 count. Then after the match, the Audacity said, "We're not leaving this ring. Nobody's going to make us leave." And even Pat was trying to get the Audacity to leave the ring. He said, "Look, the main event is next." And one of them, Seth or Micah, chased Pat all the way backstage and to the it wasn't even a curtain set up, it was a door. And eventually Rich Swann comes out, and Lionel Richie's All Night Long starts playing, and Swann eventually goes after, he actually manages to clear the ring of both members of the Audacity, and then we have his opponent, Alpha Jr., come out, and our main event gets underway. At one point, Swann was taking a lot of punishment, and Swann says, wait a minute, let's see you dance. And eventually, Lionel Richie's All Night Long starts playing, and Alpha's reluctantly dancing, and then eventually, I forgot what happens. Junior picked up Swann, tried to give him the Samoan drop, but Swann like escaped Junior's grasp and rolled him up for the 3 count and pinned him to win the main event of what was a fun show. Funny thing was, Pat of the Boulevard Bully, turned out he had gotten off the bus that was in front of the bus I got off of as we made our way to the building. Now, one thing I gotta say is, the address of the place of St. Camillus says 185 East Beach, 99th Street. I mean, is there any reason? I mean, you couldn't alert. Why couldn't everybody be alerted that to enter the building on Beach 100th Street? That's where everybody came in the building. Uh, well, I guess it's safe to say it's typical indie wrestling when they're not prompt with letting the crowd in, because the poster said doors open 6:30, and technically the doors were open, but they had let the crowd in to like 7 something, and the show was supposed to start 7:30, and it didn't start till about 8 o'clock. And let me say this: the those there were a lot of little kids in the crowd, and some of them like waiting outside. I saw them outside, basically running, not really running amok, but I don't know if these kids, I don't know, they need discipline. I mean, these parents, they just tell their kid from a distance, tell them stop with what they're doing. I mean, instead of telling them from, I mean, I'm not a parent myself. I don't have children of my own. But why can't, and if any of you at the show see this, you see this, you don't. I mean, come on. Why can't you just grab your kids? Use physical force. Sure, they were getting rambunctious and impatient because they had yet to open the door, and even after they got inside, they did some running around. Come on. I mean, what do you parents do? Do you need a super nanny Joe Frost to come to your homes and teach you how to properly discipline your kids? Put them in the proverbial naughty spot, or the naughty chair? Come on. What kind of parents are yous? That one lady sitting near me in the Woody Woodpecker shirt, she seemed pretty big on Scotty 2 Hotty, and I think she and I might have been the only ones in the crowd singing all night long as Rich Swann came to the ring for the match with Alpha Jr. I don't know if Outlaw Wrestling will ever come back to St. Camillus in Rockaway Beach. And I understand this show was supposed to take place outdoors, but I understand that somebody was supposed to provide some lighting that was going to come up, that would be turned on, just as it gets dark outside, but I guess they couldn't get the lights for some reason. Right now, I don't know when I'll be returning to Outlaw Wrestling, because I'm not going to be there tomorrow night, Saturday, August 20th in Bay Ridge. Not going to be there Sunday, August 21st in Bay Shore. I'm not going to be in Williamsburg Thursday, September 22nd. But I definitely will be back in the future. So, hopefully things will continue. Obviously going to continue to look up, since they're going to be at the Melrose Ballroom in February. So, not sure when I'll be back for a show, but it was good being there again.